got something to talk about. There's a thought that's coming through my mind. You ever been in a position where a lot of people are giving you advice on beliefs that you should have, like listen to God, listen to this, listen to that, right? Or you keep hearing it wasn't actually God who wrote the Bible, it was a human being who wrote the Bible. Or you ever see other religions, all different kinds of religions with different kinds of ways of how to be, and for some reason on the outside it just looks like everyone's being segregated. Everyone thinks they're better than the next person. You know what this does for me? This puts me to separate myself from all of that and tap within. And that's the reason why I'm making this message, is because if you're like that, you don't need to listen to nobody. You don't need to listen to anyone telling you how you should be in this world. You know how you are with yourself, right? What I do recommend is that saying, do good even when no one's looking, right? Treat yourself good even when no one's looking. And make the greatest decisions. You understand? It's not selfish decisions. It's just treat your body right. Treat your karma right. Treat your energy right. Treat your frequency right. Treat your beliefs right. Treat your truth right. Treat your everything about you, mind, body, spirit, soul, your energy, your frequency. Treat it all right. Not all right, like be one with yourself. Be always vibrate high. Always vibrate at your highest frequency. Always make luxury decisions in regards to the highest quality of decisions. You understand? The same way there's a difference between eating, how can I compare this to? No frills. You know that word, no frills, like the brand of the supermarket. Whether it's organic or not, doesn't matter. Because if you look at the ingredients, a lot of that organic stuff is really not organic. So pay attention to the ingredients. But let me get back to what I was trying to say. It's like eating no frills and or getting a better version of what that type of food is. Because like, for example, with rice, you have rices that are they're all the same, supposedly, like white rice or brown rice, and it can be one ingredient in there that'll make it completely change, and it'll take its naturalness away from it. So it's the same thing with your personality. You want to always be at your highest frequency. Now, the reason why I'm thinking about this is because I'm actually sitting here like, nah, I confidently feel that I make great decisions. Now, have I been perfect? Am I perfect? No, I wouldn't even strive to be perfect. I strive to be real. Not that I strive, I am real, I am authentic, and I am true to me. And however that displays, that's its own aura doing its own thing. That's its own energy doing its own thing. I will not apologize for who I am. I will continue to operate as such. And that is high frequency. You understand? But what I won't do is listen to someone else who was kind of like creating any kind of cult. Anyone who was creating rules that you should fear. No. Anyone that created some kind of segregation amongst people when technically union, tribe is the way to go. Now, I'm not saying that you're supposed to mix with everybody, because everybody ain't for you. Everybody ain't for me, and I know that. However, I hope you're understanding my message to you. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen to no one. Listen to yourself. Listen to your body. Listen to the energy that is speaking to you. That right there tells you everything you need to know. Listen to the best version of yourself. I'm going over some snow, guys. That's my message for you. Listen to that part of yourself. Because in that space, you're not going to let yourself down. In that space, you will guide yourself the best way you know how. You know what you like. You know what you don't like. You know how and when you're ready to be out in the public. You know how and when you're ready to deal with people. You know how and when you're ready to eat. Can't nobody tell you when to eat. Your body speaks to you and it tells you. You know when you're thirsty. Your body tells you when it's thirsty. It's the same thing with everything else. So all of these instructions on how life should be, and you should do this, and if you're not doing this, then you're deemed, and if you're not doing that, then you're this type of person and you should follow these rules. Fuck out of here. That's how true it is. Like, no. I'm doing my best as me, so I expect for everyone else, they have to answer to themselves. What you do when no one's looking, that is on you. And that is why certain people's energies are very low. You understand? You cannot be in the streets this best looking thing in everyone else's eyes, but then when you go back home, you're the shittiest person. That doesn't add up. On the contrary, you need to be the sweetest to yourself inside the house and to your family. And when you come outside, make sure you protect yourself from all these bandits that are out here, because they're around. I can't say everybody's a bandit, but they're around. Vampires, people who like to steal energy, all different kinds of souls are out here. People's lives, people's bodies is been taken over and they don't even know. Going over some snow again. People's bodies is being taken over and they don't even know. This is why I stress, not that I stress, use a better word, a better term. This is why I'm constantly speaking to you guys about a lot that is not going on. Spirits need to be uplifted. The souls of your bodies need to be uplifted. You need to understand what that is. I know that in the past, it has been depicted as a bad thing, a scary thing, but that's because someone looks at a very strong, powerful person and they're fearful of it. Why? Because they have that toxic energy in them. So when they see someone with such a very powerful light, someone who knows who they truly are, these people, they get scared. And it's not that they get scared, it's that they can't stand themselves. That's what it really is. A lot of people don't know they cannot stand themselves when they are around a very powerful person. That's the truth. And I'm speaking about the toxic people. They can't stand being around people who are powerful. You know your power. You know what I'm talking about. For those that know, no. For those that know, no. Because I don't, that's for another video. I believe we are here at the right place and the right time. This is a wonderful time to be living. Maybe I'm able easily to say that because of the way I choose to live. So if that is true, then maybe you need to start doing that. I don't come on here to speak for no reason. I'm sharing because these are jewels. I could easily just come back into my life and mind my business. But then I wouldn't be listening to my intuition. I wouldn't be listening to my higher power telling me that this is what you need to do. Self-love, self first, and teach the people. I don't teach, I don't speak, I don't coach because I think I'm better than anyone. I teach, I speak, I coach because I've experienced this. I know exactly the decisions that I've made. I know the mastery of all of this. I understand, comprehend, how they call it? Clairvoyant, clairhearent, clairaudience. I'm all that in the aboves. I get that part. But if you're not putting in that work, you're not even going to be able to understand. You won't be able to tap in. But the thing is that everybody has this. It's what you choose to do. So as I was speaking when I first started, I am here to let you know that you don't have to listen to nobody. I've been putting this to the test for a very long time. I'm one of those who also heard, oh, don't speak about God. He's going to come down and something's going to happen to the world. Flood. You know, the what is that called? The story of Noah's Ark. Do I believe that can happen? Absolutely. So now don't seem confused now. Listen to me. A lot of people with bad energy will definitely get wiped out. It's already happening. It's been happening. You don't know what people do behind closed doors. 1212 on the screen. You do not know what people do behind closed doors. Stop giving people excuses for who they are. That demonic energy, that demonic spirit takes over people, and there's a lot of people who don't even know it's happening to them. If you guys have any questions, y'all have any concerns, any comments, you know what to do. This is free speech, right? And I'm gonna let y'all know right now, I don't entertain nonsense. I've been saying that since day one. I haven't said that in a minute. Because I feel like at this point, I don't need to keep on reminding you guys of all that other stuff. That's not my type. I really don't. If you really don't care about something, you don't need to mention it. Throw the whole thing all the way out. That's the way you're supposed to do it. Everything for me works in my favor. And that's exactly what you need to put out there. Everything works in your favor. So if you're bothered by this message, I know I don't need to revisit myself. That's all I got to say. You understand? I'm very confident in the way I move. You don't need to listen to anyone. You need to listen to yourself. You need to tap in with your spirit. Your spirit is the highest frequency source. It is waiting for you to activate it. Make sure you activate it, and make sure you pay attention to the dreams you're having, the messages you keep getting, and when you get a moment, learn how to meditate so that you can open up the senses, so that you can open up the sensitivities, so that you can be sensitive to getting these messages. Let yourself be open. Become the completion of who you are meant to be. Stop running away from these gifts that you have that are actually free. It will help you, guide you to live a better version of yourself. I promise you. Self-love, self first at all times. Ciao.